Hello, my name is Dr. Kimi Khan and I am an Obstetrics and Gynecology trainee in South London, United Kingdom. On behalf of my co-authors, I would like to share our research on outcome reporting in randomized control trials on conservative management of pelvic organ prolapse, a systematic review for the development of a core outcome set. This is an international initiative instigated under the umbrella of CORUS, an international collaboration for harmonizing outcomes, research and standards in urogynaecology and women's health. We have no financial affiliations to disclose and the work was self-funded. Conservative treatment of pelvic organ prolapse is often the first line of treatment offered to women suffering with this condition. Although we have already published studies and surgical trials of pelvic organ prolapse, conservative treatments and research on them warrant separate evaluation given the different nature of treatment outcomes and patient expectations. A Cochrane review on conservative treatments for the management of pelvic organ prolapse identified significant risk of bias and limitations in the outcome selection in trials evaluating conservative treatments for the management of pelvic organ prolapse. This precluded comparability of outcomes, synthesis of primary studies, and high-quality evidence. Our objectives were to perform a systematic review of reported outcomes as the first step in the process of developing a core outcome set. As part of the systematic review, we looked at reporting of the outcomes and outcome measures in randomized control trials on conservative treatment for pelvic organ prolapse. The intention was to develop an inventory for consideration as a core outcome and outcome measure sets. At the same time, we endeavored to evaluate methodological quality, outcome reporting quality, and publication characteristics and their association amongst published randomized control trials. Several international initiatives have been working towards addressing such inconsistencies in reporting outcomes and outcome measures. CORUS, an international collaboration for harmonizing outcomes, research and standards in urogynaecology and women's health, has developed multiple streams and working groups aiming to establish core outcome sets and outcome measure sets in various areas of urogynaecology and pelvic floor research and practice. CORUS works with the guidance of COMET and in collaboration with the Crown initiatives. The COMET, or Core Outcome Measure in Effectiveness Trial initiative, brings together people interested in the development and application of core outcome sets. The CROWN, or Core Outcome Sets in Women and Newborn Health initiative, is an international initiative led by journal editors and endorsed by more than 80 journals, aiming to harmonize outcome reporting in women's health research and reduce unwanted variation in reporting of outcomes. We started our systematic review with literature search conducted in accordance with the preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis, PRISMA statement. It is encompassed PubMed, Medline, and BAS, the Cochrane Central Register of Control Trials, or CENTRAL, and hand-searching reference to Snowball selection from inception from November 2019. Randomized control trials written in English, assessing the effectiveness of conservative interventions related to pelvic organ prolapse were eligible for inclusion. Non-randomized, quasi-randomized retrospective studies and review articles were excluded. We excluded follow-up trials for previous randomized control trials and articles researching conservative measures employed postnatally and perioperatively. The methodological quality was scored against the Haddad criteria, and outcome reporting quality was scored against the moment scoring system, and publication characteristic, namely the impact factor, was included. Our results demonstrated 25 trials, including 3,179 women. There were 31 outcomes and 50 outcome measures. The reporting rates of the outcomes investigated varied from 40% to 56%. The most commonly reported outcome domains included patient-reported symptoms, stage of prolapse, and quality of life. The methodological outcome reporting parameters and publication characteristics demonstrated no significant correlation on Spearman-Rowe analysis. Looking at the outcomes, we divided them into themes and domains in accordance to the COMET handbook. These were physiological, including severity of pelvic organ prolapse staging, pelvic floor muscle function, increase in muscle mass on ultrasound, vaginal health assessment. There was quality of life and functional status, including patient-reported symptoms, sexual function, patient satisfaction, general health, and lifestyle changes. Treatment-related included seeking further treatment and difficulty in using pessaries. Resource use included cost-effectiveness and use of health services, and adverse events included complication rates. The largest outcome domain was patient-reported symptoms, which contained 38 outcomes, followed by severity of pelvic organ prolapse staging and quality of life. Our outcome measures were grouped into clinician-reported, patient-reported, and procedure-related. There were 8 scoring systems or questionnaires used in clinician-reported, 36 in patient-reported, and 7 in procedure-reported. We have listed the most commonly used in this slide. In conclusion, there is a need to increase comparability of randomized control trials. Reporting standardized outcomes included in a core outcome set for conservative intervention for pelvic organ prolapse to facilitate the comparability across randomized control trials. In the interim, we propose focusing randomized control trials on patient-reported outcomes encompassing symptoms of distress, including bowel and urinary symptoms and sexual function, as well as stage of prolapse and quality of life parameters using validated questionnaires. Thank you very much for your time.